Welcome to the Sk8LikeYou Podcast, Funniest Moments of 2024, Part 3.
Oh my God.
Where was I at?
That will go in there.
I feel like I'm like not.
It was the first night on Friday. The night kind of builds up, you know what I mean? And people get a lot faster and faster, and the lines get bigger and bigger, and then to the point where it's kind of at its peak and everyone's moving, and then somebody goes down. And so like they cut the music real quick to make sure we can limit as many people toppling over them as possible. And I remember thinking to myself, it got crazy in here, and now someone went down. We'll get back up there again, you know, but things are probably going to chill for a little bit, like, because no. It was like watching like the Kumite, right, in Japan or something, where they just come out with the cloth stretcher, they pull the person out of the ring, right, run them to the back, boom, music back on, lights down, everybody just going again. And I know for people that haven't been to this, it sounds like nobody cares, almost like it's almost heartless, right? But what you have to understand is that everybody that goes to this thing understands. They know what they're getting into. They know what this is about. Even though I never anticipated it, just literally, well, you're down, well, we're going. I mean, get them off the floor, you know? But like, so even though I didn't anticipate it, when I watched it unfold that way, I absolutely understood. And look, and pretty much to a person, anyone I ever saw go down to the point where it was kind of significant, you know, they got it, they understood, right? And when they could, they were back out there. So it's a whole nother thing, man. People don't grasp what it's like. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Man, have you ever seen some of these like DIY YouTube videos of the stuff people do to re-groove their wheels? Like they like duct tape and drill down to a bench, and you know what I mean? Like all this madness, you know, like, because I literally, before I knew anybody, right? Like the first like decent wheels I got were like some roller bones, and they were half decent, but I mean, like they were too soft, and I needed to regroup. Like the grooves were gone almost instantly, and so I started looking into it because the owner of the rink where I grew up, he used to do it, right? And so I started looking on YouTube. I started looking at, because that's what I do. I look at YouTube, figure out, and man, the stuff I saw on there, it must be crazy to you. It must be hilarious to you. But I was like, I ain't doing that. I'm not trying to do that at all. I mean, some of the craziest stuff. How many things do you get from people that try to do it themselves? You know what I mean? And like you have to go and is that like a thing?
Maybe one in 100 sets.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's always good commentary. Like my favorite one is like, what did you try and groove that with? A salad fork or?
And I just lived for that. And you know, Afternoon Delight was the song. It was awesome.
You have no idea what that song's about at the time. Isn't it amazing?
Oh, I know, right?
It's so crazy, man. And the funny thing was, I was like, you know, like 11, 12. Like there was no hidden meaning. There was no metaphor. It was, I want to sex you up. You look back at this stuff and I think to myself, oh my God, what was I doing? Singing this stuff out loud at like 11, 12, you know, it's crazy when you think, oh my God, but it's always been like that. Afternoon Delight, that's hilarious.
I know.
No idea, right? No clue.
Oh yeah, no clue. I mean, it was just.
It was a good song. It was catchy.
Oh yeah.
That one song that's The Future's So Bright, I Gotta Wear Shades. You know that song?
Yeah.
Future's so bright, I gotta wear shades. You got me singing on the podcast. This is disastrous. But anyway.
Much better you than me.
Well, what's so funny about that is when that came out in the 80s, almost every graduating class across the country was playing that song at their graduation. But then when you dug into it, that whole thing's about like the nuclear end of the world. That is literally about like the apocalypse, like how we're just headed for mass destruction.
Yeah, like when I'm picking out songs for my videos now, I want there to be a connection. So I'll look up the lyrics and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
Like, well, maybe not this song, or maybe just this section of it, or I'll just pick the instrumental.
Maybe it was Angie the Skater of the Month. Angie Burkholder Blatz, and I was talking to one of her friends. I was like, "Hey, like, what's like her favorite song to skate to? I want to use that in this video." And it was this Prince song that was just so massively inappropriate. And I was like, I'm not going to dedicate this. it was just, I mean, you know, and it's a great song, you know what I mean? But like, it was just like, yeah, it wouldn't have gone over well. I was trying to keep it a little PG.
Yeah.
But
3 hours have passed, 4 hours have passed. I've got off one time to maybe, chug-a-loo on some water and, and go in there, maybe go wash my hands, checking I got eyelashes always falling in my eyes, no long eyelashes. Every time, man,
Okay.
it never fails. I'll be at an event and I'll be like, oh man, I keep it closed, and I'll go around and go there, wash my hands, and I'll find it, get back with it, man.
I never would have I never thought I'd hear that.
That wind, man, that wind gets to get.
And they're like,
I'll be going around and I'll do something. I'm like, oh crap, keep it closed, don't lose it, Brandon, because otherwise it'll roll back, and then you either got to go home with it or skate with it for how long, until it rolls back around. But I go back there to the skate mirror. I take my phone and get my phone from my backpack. I don't keep nothing in my pockets. I sit there, and I'll pull my eyelid down, and oh, there it is. Whoop, in the meantime, the disco lights flashing and people flying by.
You're talking about it like they're contact lenses.
No, dude. These eyelashes, man, my wife's jealous of them. She always says, why can't I have eyelashes like that? And baby, you can have them,
Yeah, right. Oh, man.
That's just the cards I was dealt. It is what it is.
That's funny, dude.
All the time, man. I always got an eyelash following my eye.
I'm sorry. Oh, man.
I'm just thinking myself, where's the nearest mirror, Let me get a truck mirror. I'll be up there in the excavator or something. I'll be out there to be checking it out. All right, let's get back to work,
When I started back with Riley, my daughter, a few years ago, I just started out with something basic. There were some vanillas and nothing wrong with vanilla. I think I spent maybe $400 total on them. I'm not going to do this forever. I'm just going to go with her occasionally. I don't need to spend a ton of money. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I need a better pair of skates.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I actually bought my new ones, I'm just like...
Yeah. No, it's so funny.
It was like the greatest satisfaction in the whole world when I got a great pair of skates. I'm like, this feels so wonderful.
Yeah.
And people don't realize, like, a good pair of skates means the world of difference. But yes, I felt so great when I had this new pair of skates on that were like so much better than my other ones.
I wanna be able to say that I'm so above all that stuff too, but like
I'm not.
I did the same exact thing. I got one is when I got back into it, I didn't know what the hell to buy. Everything was different.
Yes.
Right. And the other thing and everyone was basically wearing like speed boots. Now this was going to be a whole nother thing because I was going to do that too. And same thing. I didn't know what to get. I kind of did like a mid-grade kind of thing. But then I remember going to like the event, like the first event, and being like, I'm the kid that doesn't have Jordans. It was like I was in 4th grade again. I didn't have Jordans. Look at all these friggin' amazing skates.
But what's funny...
you got your Scott Corey's. Okay, awesome, bro.
It's all in our mind, though, because, not one single person ever said anything to us about the skates that we had.
No, nobody was looking at my skates.
It's all in our own mind. I'm like...
I wish I was that important. You know what I mean?
Right? Nobody gave a crap what kind of skates we had on.
And
Okay.
So go to Ohio. And the one thing I didn't like about my vanillas is like I was always in a boot, like a leather boot. Like I didn't have a lot of bulk. It wasn't a bunch of padding and crap. I liked really like a clean, but I just wanted a boot. I didn't want all this extra crap. And these things look like a Frankenstein foot. You know what I mean? Like one of those,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, well, maybe if I take off like the flap, like the lace cover, right? So I literally go through and take this thing off. Now, let's go look for the Skate Takes Ohio video. There's me with my Frankenstein boots and these rivets, like these big silver rivets going down. He's like the whole length of the skate looks so much worse. So much worse. At least at this, with the cover, I could cover how crappy that looked. I took that off. There was no fixing it, right? And I'm out there like, oh my God. Yeah. And nobody cared. Nobody cared. But I did.
You and your Bobo Jordans you had on.
I'm telling you, dude.
But this is what you gain when you go to these sessions and you meet people like us. I mean, we're literally your regular, everyday people. And I mean to really throw emphasis on that. Like,
I couldn't be any more regular.
I'm super normal. I'm super normal.
I'm so regular.
Yep, that too. So
Skating will make it regular.
it definitely will, yeah.
I remember as a kid, there was definitely a stigma to, like, especially someone that played hockey. I'd be on a team and they'd be like, wait, you roller skate, dude? It was uncool. I remember on my street, there was a family about not even a quarter mile down the road. They all played hockey. All the sons played hockey. The dad played hockey. They would be out in the street on their blades, hockey stick. I skated down on my quads one day, you know, and I had blades. I just wanted to be on my quads. And funny thing is that on blades and on ice skates, I'm 100 times more precise, but I have no rhythm, right? Like,
Okay.
Compared
That's probably right because of the way the skates are on your feet.
Yeah. And so, but it was funny because their dad's out there playing with his two sons, and I come rolling down, and he's like, hey, wimpy wheels. That's what he called me, right? Wimpy wheels.
Oh, no.
Because I'm on quads. Well, let me tell you, I had no idea.
Them.
Huh?
You probably whooped them out there, right?
Well, no, you know what? I kind of went home like.
Oh no.
Yeah. But a couple months later, because his one son was my age, and I ended up playing his son's team on ice, and I open ice checked that kid so hard, I put that kid down so hard, and I told him, I said, "This is your dad's fault, bro. This is your dad's fault."
Your dad's fault. It's all your dad's fault.
They let me play in any skates I ever wanted to after that.
We actually all got tattoos in Philly last weekend when we were out there.
Really?
We did. So
Is there a reason I haven't seen it? Because is it?
You're gonna show us it now.
I'm going to show it to you. Yeah.
Okay.
But, so anyway,
I was hoping it was a better location.
So we.
Can I give you a little backstory?
Please.
Yeah, I was struggling in school. Middle school, you know, that's obviously a tough transition for people. Kind of skipping school and sneaking over. I got a job there, right? I was 14. I lied. I lied to the owner. And in Colorado, you can get a worker's permit, I think at 14 or 15. I can't remember.
Okay.
So I got one. I forged my mom's name on it. They gave me for real. So they gave me a job. This only lasted about 6 weeks before the school, my parents, the rink, everyone's like, okay, you're not in school. What's going on? They figured it out, so they let me go. That's where I got my first pair of skates, by the way. Hey, honestly, when they let me go, because I lied, obviously, you stupid kid, I was like, you know what? I'm not happy with you. So I took a parting gift. I shouldn't have done that, but I snagged a pair of rental skates. And that's still when they had the Vanatane wheels. I don't have the skates. Up until recently, I had the wheels. Nathan fixed them up. They were hubbed out and awesome. And my first skate event, there was a girl, Bree. She was struggling a little bit. She flat spotted one of her wheels.
Uh-huh.
So I said, hey, these are like my miracle wheels. Like, they're absolutely amazing. So I put them on her skates. And man, that girl was just flowing and moving. End of the night, I was like, just keep them. Just keep those wheels. Well,
She's killing it on stolen wheels.
yeah.
It's Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels.
Oops. Oops. You know, the young, dumb kid stuff. You know, hopefully the boss, the owner, never hears this.
Dude.
He'll probably forgive me. This was how long ago? I mean,
of course.
I'm 41 now, you know.
Yeah. This is you telling your parents you broke the lamp when you were 10. You know what I mean?
That's right.
When reflections, actually, do you know that I was there? It was funny because I got off the floor at one point, hang out with Daryl, and I look over and I'm like, oh yeah, there's that skater. It looks like he's skating on crack or something.
Wow. Skating on crack. I got to get a new t-shirt.
And
I don't know how to take that, Laura. I don't know how to take that at all.
Well, I'm also the one that said, probably a lot of your viewers think you're speeding up your videos.
Oh yeah.
Because you skate so fast.
Yeah. Sometimes
it's definitely a compliment.
No. I'm just playing. That's hilarious, though.
I have one last question, and this is a skate question.
Okay.
I'm not really good at it, but can you dip?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. It's just mechanics for me. I'm just like, wait, what is my brain telling me to do versus what my legs should do? Like,
you dip, we dip. I dip, you dip, we dip. Is that how it is?
My hand up on your hip.
Yeah.
When I dip, you dip, we dip.
See how easy that was?
Yeah. See. Okay. So I'll be dipping tonight then, I guess. So yeah.
That's awesome. So I gotta ask. So you're working with this crew, right? Heavy equipment. You work with these guys. Like, so is there ever like a thing? Is like, okay, guys, see you guys later. I'm going roller skating now. Like, is it ever come? Like, look, I've literally been just in an office with a bunch of dudes and like literally felt the wrath of someone being like, you hear Vash on roller skates, you know what I mean? So like, has that ever been a thing?
Well, I didn't say nothing,
Right.
Started, I'm just like, it comes out, it comes out,
Right.
But I wasn't going to say nothing. And then a couple of the friends, they friended me on Facebook. Well, here we go. They gonna find it, It's all in good fun,
Right.
And man, I tell you what, they were just baffled, man.
Blown
they
away,
were,
right?
How in the world, this old tall lanky fella be doing this stuff? You would never expect it, And they'll look at the video and they'll look back at me, look at the video, and they're like, "Is this the same person?" But it literally took about, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks before word got out. And I mean, everybody in the whole department, they're all like, "Man, that's just so cool." And then they talk about how they used to skate back in their day, and they do all this and that, and they asked me, "Are you going somewhere this weekend?" I said, "Maybe not. I don't. It just depends if something's going on,
I don't know actually if my parents roller skated together before they got married and stuff like that. It's a real long story because my dad used to actually babysit my mom.
Okay, this is getting interesting. Here we go. Let's go. Just exclusive here, right
anyway,
here.
To get back to skating.
So Skate Like You literally was born out of a shirt, like wanting a shirt. If there's a thing that I say a lot on the podcast, it's that I preface things with some people aren't going to like this. So this is another one of those. Some people aren't going to like this. The first thing that like I noticed when I came back to skating was like when it came to like the t-shirts, the event tees. Why are people wearing these t-shirts that look like they were made on Etsy by someone's grandmother before like a family trip to Disney World? I'm like, these are the worst t-shirts ever. Right? Like I thought they were corny, and I was like, I didn't want to go to events with like
A corny t-shirt.
I wanted to wear a t-shirt
cool
that I
t-shirt.
would wear, right? Like,
I feel
so
that.
my goal was literally like, if I saw a t-shirt in a store that had nothing to do with skating, would I buy this? Like that's what I wanted the shirt to look like.